all the time. I trip over chairs. And it's because, you know, we have so many kids, and I know other states do a much better job, you know, and I've heard this, of funding the schools and cutting the class size down so that there is more time for each individual student to have that time with that teacher, that bonding that takes place, that rapport.
I get $1.25 per student from the state to run an art school and high school program, which is, you know, an impossible amount of money to work from.
In California, we are very low in per student expenditure as compared to other states. Our classroom size is very large. And even within the inadequate resources we give, there's differential allocation. That some schools in the state get a lot more money than other schools in the state. Mainly the schools in the state that get less money are the schools with large percentages of students of color or that are in poor neighborhoods. That seems to me to be very unfair.
We've been very, very short on funds. One thing our students do is raise funds for their own video productions, but a lot of funding, unfortunately for a lot of teachers in almost every school in this state, a lot of funding comes from the old credit card. I've spent a lot of money in this class, as have many teachers on our campus and in most campuses in Southern California. This state isn't really overflowing with money for the schools right now, so a lot of us funded ourselves. And for me, in the 11 years I've had this class, I spent a little over $19,000 on this class, because if I don't buy the equipment, or I don't get something repaired, or I don't buy the light bulbs or the tapes, we simply don't have them.
A lot of teachers spend personal money. My husband has me on a budget right now because I spend too much personal money.
Technology is a big aspect now in high schools, especially with video production and computer usage and computer-assisted drafting. A lot of areas really could use some big-time assistance because of the technology involved.
I would put fine arts programs in every school, at every site, and give access to every child who could dance, who could experience music, who could experience the visual arts and experience writing. I mean, can you imagine what it might be like? And there are studies. Every year new studies come out of school districts that had low attendance. Academic scores were low. And the only change that they made with so much limited funding, if they had to make one change, the one change they made is they put strong fine art programs into the whole school. And at elementary schools that had huge attendance problems, attendance came up to 90%. That had academic scores that were lower than what they were hoping they would be, academic scores came up across the board. Because fine, strong, creative programs work the mind, and works the body, and works the spirit, and works the soul. And it isn't just about creating products. Those products are the result of a process that involves the whole child with all of who he has been, is, and will be.
This is your calling. Do it with a passion and a love for what you're doing and the people around you.
I'm a lucky teacher, you see, because what I mostly want is contact with kids every day in a creative place. The more fun you have, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the more you're willing to let go.
Because of the style of teaching that Mrs. Post uses, I've just felt really encouraged and really nurtured, and I've been amazed with some of the things that I can do that I never thought I'd be able to.
Well, personally, what I like about this class is that it really combines like a lot of thinking with actual doing. Like, you know, I come into this class and she gives us this whole lecture about philosophy, and she reads us books, and it's like a lot of things for my mind to think about. But then besides that, we also are actually making paintings that connect what she's saying with things that are real.
He's totally open. You can go to him anytime. His classroom's always open anytime during the day. If you have a problem, he's always there to help. If you want, if you just need someone to talk to, he's there. And that's what a teacher should be.
He was really enthusiastic. He really gave you a love for what you were learning. Made it very interesting, exciting even.
He taught us how to study and how to take notes and how to learn better in class, and he was a great teacher. He made us involved in everything. We had great projects and went places, and it was a great class.
He was a really great teacher, and he taught better than any other teacher I've ever had, and that influenced me because it showed me that not all teachers were mean and like hardworking, but he was more relaxed, and he showed me that you could be relaxed and learn at the same time and make it fun at the same time.
He loved teaching and he loved history, and he made me love it too. He was getting so excited about the World War II and about the Treaty of Versailles, and it really made me interested in learning, and it sort of pushed me over the edge to want to decide to become a teacher.
You learn a whole different way of seeing, as Ms. Post says a lot, that there's a lot of things out in the world that you would never notice until I'm out there with my sketchbook, and then like you see things a whole different way because of like the things that you learn here.
I had a student who wrote me and said, you know, I'm about to graduate from art school and I have yet 4 years of college to find the intensity and the spirit that I found in that high school classroom. I'm trying to make a place where honesty is real, where integrity means something, where creativity is a noble thing, and where hard work, because it takes hard work, and a very special kind of self-discipline can be a great deal of fun. And a lot of learning can come from that.
If one person, whether it's a parent or a teacher, thinks that changes need to occur in their schools, they must go about building some relationships, getting some alliances, either among colleagues or with other parents or between parents and teachers. The key to building alliances is listening. You need to know how to listen to somebody. You can't go in, I cannot go into a school and start telling a teacher they need to change. If I go into a school, I need to listen to the teacher. What are you trying to do? What are your problems? What are your successes? What are your biggest challenges?
What I would like to see is a greater community, a community of understanding between parents and community and teachers and schools. I would love to see us work together more closely. I would love to see people who are complaining about education get involved with helping us solve some of the problems.
Our best teachers can literally change lives. They can make a powerful impression that lasts a lifetime. When considering all the possible reforms in education, we must never lose sight of one fundamental idea. There is no substitute for a good teacher.
Somehow I understood that I had just grown wings and entered the universe. That was the image that has never left me.